All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. First segment, we recently talked about WWE SmackDown preview. Obviously, it's airing right now. Can't wait to watch it. Have not watched a single shred of wrestling content, from TikTok, Twitter, all the social media platforms, just so I don't get a spoiler. Just so we're in this together. If y'all haven't watched it yet, and you guys stuck to my show before watching the event. So hey, gotta give kudos to you guys. You guys are y'all my friends. So we're gonna move on though. We have Thursday night wrestling review. Before we go on any further, I want to remind you guys to use the tips and donations link at the GSMCpodcast.net. You can use this link to submit your questions. This puts your questions up on top so I can see it. We can have a nice little back and forth conversation about it. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Tell me what you want to see happen on SmackDown. Talk about, Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, and, just speak your minds. Speak your minds. There's no wrong answers in terms of wrestling. Wrestling's mostly important basically because it's like this, you're in this world of creativity. Professional wrestling is it's kind of an art form. It's kind of an art form. It is entertainment. It's one of the best damn entertainment, kind of, totem poles in terms of, just I don't want to say live because a lot of people don't really respect professional wrestling, but just something that a lot of people kind of look forward to, and those who do love watching it, they kind of hold it dear to their heart. So definitely, a lot of wrestling fans, when you mention wrestling, it's something that just makes them smile and just like I don't know, like you hear Jim Ross's voice in the background. You remember seeing John Cena, Triple H on that screen, AJ Styles, we just got done talking about him, and now Cody Rhodes. So it's going to be interesting kind of moving forward. Well, so honestly, leave a positive review here at the GSMC Sports Network. We love peace, love, and positivity all the way. Like I said before, the link is at the GSMC podcast.net. So let's go ahead and move on here. We have our Thursday night wrestling review. So let's go ahead and start off with our TNA Impact. Like I said before, Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth were looking for blood. We're looking for revenge after the system took out, Ryan's brother, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth, and ultimately you saw Matt Hardy do what he had to do. It was very impressive by Ryan. I was very impressed by Ryan in terms of the system and stuff like that. He came out guns blazing. A lot of these superstars like the broken Matt Hardy and Nick Nemeth. I keep wanting to say Nick Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth hit a huge DDT, and he tagged in the broken Matt Hardy, and after that, it was just basically kind of history. You had Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth defeat the system. So I thought that was, super dope. Definitely, gotta love that. And I don't know, like you have to like Nick Nemeth is I guess he was seen. He made it back to the impact zone, which is awesome. Definitely love the fact that he's back. So a lot of other stuff kind of happened as well. You kind of saw Dashing Chris Bay and Ace Austin are going to settle their differences inside the ring. Um, the Rascals are in action, and they were in action on TNA Impact. It's definitely awesome. A lot of Matt Hardy, a lot of Nick and Ryan Nemeth, which is cool. Which is cool because you kind of have those famous brothers, those people, those wrestlers that just draw you in. And I gotta be honest, when Dolph Ziggler left the WWE, I felt like that was a huge loss. But of course, he was let go during the Vince McMahon era. I bet you Triple H is waiting. He's chomping at the bits until Nick's contract is up, and he's gonna probably hit him back up. It would be absolutely awesome to see him back in the WWE. But he has so much success in the Impact, so maybe sometimes, although some wrestlers take a step away from the WWE and kind of branch out, kind of get better, and I don't know. You just like what, you got to tip your hat to him. So so we saw the Rascals against Sinner and Saint. Obviously, Sinner and Saint did not do enough to defeat the Rascals. Love the Rascals. I kind of liked how Steve Macklin, ambushes them from behind, kind of creating this, kind of this future rivalry between the two. And just between just the group themselves and Macklin recently has been just kind of like he's been kind of going Ahab, you know what I mean? Like he's on a mission. He's a man on a mission. He wants to make sure that he's people respect him. People respect, the main man Steve Macklin. So there's a lot of good stuff. The Good Hands fought Cody Deaner and Jake Something. Jake Something, I feel like he's definitely one of the he's one of the rising stars in Impact Wrestling, although he does have a lot of experience. And I know, whenever I watch his highlights and stuff like that, whenever he recently, he fights in title matches, he's in main card events, he's in mid card events, title matches and stuff like that. So it's not like he's just that kind of like, not, I don't want to say like a jobber, but, I love Jake Something. Him and Cody Deaner were able to, build momentum toward Against All Odds and defeat the Good Hands. So definitely thought that was, pretty badass. And then we have Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace she defeated Marty Bell. Marty Bell recently came back from, she came back and her first match she wanted to take on the TNA Knockouts. Her prestigious reign, how great and how dominant Jordynne Grace. I don't know what she was thinking, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like I don't even know, man. That's insane. That's like bringing a switchblade into like a bazooka fight. You don't want any of that. You know what I mean? Next, we saw Jody Threat and Danny Luna against Lars and Tasha Steeles. Overall, it was a pretty good match. Jody Threat got a little too wild. Ultimately, you saw Tasha Steeles get the better of Jody Threat, which kind of sucks for Spitfire because I love Spitfire as the TNA Knockouts tag team champions. But Tasha Steeles, she's building up momentum too. There's no doubt that she's going to be the next one to fight Jordynne Grace. So yeah, next we saw Speedball Mountain. You saw Mike Bailey against Trent Stevens. Obviously, this was for the number one contendership for the X Division Championship at Against All Odds with Mustafa Ali, and it was a good match. These guys, obviously, they're tag team partners. They kept it, they kept it real G. I kind of really liked it. I definitely loved how although these guys there was actually, it seemed like there was real tension building between the two. Like I said before, I really hope this isn't a way for wrestling promoters to be like, oh, let's do singles pushes and stuff like that, because sometimes it's better when tag team stars stay tag team stars. And you saw Trent Seven defeat Speedball Mike Bailey, so now he will be fighting at Against All Odds against Mustafa Ali. Obviously, I love Speedball Mountain. So I'm going to be, kind of backing him up there. So, yeah, let's do it. So moving on to Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, the World Television Champion Kyle Fletcher once again proves to be dominant, impressive, and just one of the best wrestlers. I did a power rankings last Monday, and he was on there. He was on there for a reason. This guy's going to be a huge star. Not that he isn't already, but he's going to be great. The Workhorsemen, JD Drake and Anthony Henry defeated the Spanish Announce Project, Angelico and Serpentico. Nyla Rose defeated Rhea Von Slasher. Santam Singh defeated Jimmy Jacobs. Shane Taylor and Anthony Ogogo defeated Artemis Spencer and John Cruz. Daddy Magic defeated Mike Bennett, which was kind of surprising. Top Flight, Action Andretti, and Lee Johnson defeated Griff Garrison, Cole, Carter, Tony Nese, and obviously the premier athletes. So definitely thought it was a good couple episodes. Honor Club, definitely about the pop. I think they have a super card coming up. In mid-June, I believe it is. Don't quote me on that. But you just have a lot of these young guys, like I was talking about at the beginning of the show. You like Cole Carter. I saw Cole Carter, a couple of his highlights and stuff like that. And I love how TNA is kind of just like they're changing the game. I love the way how they kind of have their matches kind of set up. It's just not your it's not your regular wrestling show. So whenever you watch Impact Wrestling, you're in for like something absolutely shocking. Also the Ring of Honor as well. So yeah, honestly, if you want to kind of branch out from that traditional wrestling, tune into Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor. Every Thursday night. Ring of Honor, I think there's a YouTube. I think they're live on YouTube, and TNA live on Access TV. So, yeah. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Our next segment, we're going to talk about our AEW Double or Nothing preview. We're going to talk about our predictions and analysis. So, hey, don't go anywhere.